Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Greg Newsome up to make the stop. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Under 10. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go back to Carson here on second. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Carson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that's how you start to get back into good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 41, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now they return to the ground game, Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bilal Nichols just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield down. Over the middle to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Mayfield going out wide, finds Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll give it to Chubb, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, Deontay Harris. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Draw play. This is Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play action with Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Wilson now to throw on third down. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 43-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, Carson. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
This has been a long drive. In fact, it's eating up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time he is in.
Yes.
His 7th touchdown on the ground and 10th overall. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They run again on first down, Chubb. And they can't bring him down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Harris to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance. Maybe play action. I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Wilson. Quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. They'll run on 1st down. Burns. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Throwing now is Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the 1st. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield to throw. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.